All right, there we go.
Howdy, Chris.
Uh, yeah, I liked your idea. I knew what you were trying to do when you said that. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. This way, it's just us two. That makes sense. But yeah, for some reason, it just kept going to like the Sigma, like, and for the like, wait a minute, this ain't right. Like this ain't what he's trying to do. But yeah, I get it. Yeah, that makes it's a lot better that way. Just me and you, so no randoms jump in, and we can just keep it to just the racing.
I'm going to go ahead and bump your volume up. I know a few people have stated in the previous broadcast that they couldn't quite hear you, so I'll bump you up a little bit. Hopefully that'll work.
Yeah, hopefully. But I can't wait for these races. It's gonna be exciting,
Heck yeah.
especially the moon race, the Mars race. That's I mean, looking forward to that one. Be interesting. The Bridge the Cup on Mars. I can't wait to see how that one plays.
I'm going to go ahead and get our points and stuff pulled up here so I have something to reference while we're doing the races.
Speaking of points, I was actually looking at the Truck West earlier, and I did not realize I was high up in the point. Wow, that shocked me. Like I know I got that one win, but I didn't think I was that high up points. Like at sixth in the points, I was looking earlier. There, the big points. Like, wow. I got bored earlier, so I was browsing the points earlier just to see where I was at because I know I had that one win, but I didn't realize I was so far up there.
Yeah, with 2 races left, we're definitely getting into the point where that the chase, the playoffs for these
Yeah,
trucks are going to be kind of interesting.
man. I knew I had to be somewhere like in the top 10, but I didn't realize that far. Like in sixth, I saw that earlier when I was looking. I was like, wow, actually, like up here. Like, I didn't think I was that far. It's all those
Alrighty.
top 10. It's all those top 10 and top 5. They're in the top of the point.
Well, welcome along, folks. In the booth with me tonight is none other than Chris Harvey, helping me on the call here. And we're going to be...
Happy to be here.
Yeah, and we're in for a double header here tonight with the Ambush Trucks West and the Bridge to Cup. Pretty close to the end of the Bridge to Cup season, as there's only 3 races left. And there's 2 races left in the regular season here for the Trucks West. So, same story, different verse as we've seen in the years prior. It's the Trevor and Trevor show. However, Trevor Walker, deep in the points this year, he's all the way back to 10th, so he hasn't had near as good of a season as his teammate Vaden. Both of them starting on the front row here tonight. Brian DeBlanc.
Yeah, I've noticed that earlier when I was looking through the points earlier. I noticed that Trevor's down there. That shocked me.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a big shock for sure. Coming out of being one of the winningest drivers last season to this year only having 1 win on this season. Second in points, it is Brian DeBlanc, and he's starting 3rd here tonight alongside Mad Matthew Fastnot. And then we've got Davian West, Tasha Wright, Kyler Sestre, and Santi Messi. None other than Chris Harvey with a top 10 qualifying position. Jimmy West, Adam Starr, Luis Rodriguez, Billy Lovejoy, Guido Piano, Kat Durham, Noah Hobson, and Paul Tabarini. Bailey Parker and Paul Venezuela, Zach Magoon and Taylor Cording, Jacob Shangle and Spinham Walker, Jason So and Jonah Burridge, Philip Purpura and Monty Shangle, Casey Nanako and the 17 of Jack Davis, Krista Cower and Rich Roy, Matthew Hubert, and a couple others as we skim through the remaining of the lineup here. I see there Billy Lovejoy. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's that big of a surprise, but it's definitely kind of an end of an era there with Matt Crafton's retirement.
Yeah, that was crazy. That caught me off guard when I saw that.
I wouldn't say it's that big of a surprise, but it
Hey,
definitely.
could you turn the volume down on your computer on your end? It was coming through the.
I see. I see what you're saying. My bad on that one.
No worries.
I didn't. I didn't.
I've got to make sure to turn the volume off on my computer while I have the stream rolling too. Or else
That was on the YouTube. I didn't know you had. I didn't know you had.
But yeah, no, Matt Crafton's retirement definitely. I mean, he never really got out of the truck series. He's been a truck regular his whole career, and kind of crazy to think that you know there's a driver right there that never made it up into Cup.
But I mean, he's going out with her championship, so I mean.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, getting the championships where you are running.
And he's had the same sponsor, which is crazy, for like his whole truck career. That's crazy. Like, that's like something that I never had. That's like a once in a like lifetime thing. Like he had that sponsor Menards like his whole career. Crazy. We are on our way here for our bathing suit.
I'm having some technical difficulties. I getting stream. Why is it doing this to me? It's been my computer when I reset it today had everything all discombobulated and moved around, and yet again it seems like we're having troubles with encoding. I need to tweak on this slower apply. I don't know if I can apply these settings while the stream's going, but it's worth a shot.
Yep, it is worth a shot.
Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding process. Streaming. Apply.
It's always something, isn't it?
It always is something.
Unfortunately. It seems that way.
Okay, what the heck? I've never had this particular problem before. Well, this is weird because the ticker's working. The actual...
got a caution.
That's the 91 of Jamie McMurphy and the 26 of Jamison Thole. Getting connected there for wreck.
It's like they went underneath and got loose, and it looked like got loose and fortunate. Left front is the Trevor and Trevor show. Trevor Baden led, I believe, every single lap up to this point.
Why is it not wanting to cooperate with me? Ugh. I'm starting to feel like maybe it's my internet a little bit that's giving us fits here tonight.
Possibly. Unfortunately, something is.
Well, it looks like I'm able to get the ticker. I am sorry, Billy Lovejoy. I'm glad you've been tuned in this whole time for the race. It's been a hard start, but I think we should be able to start seeing it get back to rolling here, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm just having trouble with my bars even to get up. It shows that my my internet's like 1 bar, which is not ideal, and it's almost every week now. It's every week I got problems with.
Fortunately, yeah, it seems like that. Unfortunately, huh? I don't know what I have to do with Discord because you're sharing screen. Discord and do that. better now.
Well, we're 33 laps in, 140 laps to go here. As Trevor Vaden has pretty much held that position since the start here.
Yeah, Trevor Walker up the second, trying to chase him down.
Impressively, that number 08 of Jimmy West having a good run here today, up to 4th. And even Paulo Dino in 5th ain't bad either.
Oh, he's gonna make that pass, it looks like, here for third.
We got some lap traffic at the leader, too.
Yep.
Jamison Thole. Thole was involved in that first caution of the race here, getting lapped late in the
Trevor,
run.
right. That's Trevor right up that back bumper of the 20, his teammate. He's trying to go for the lead. Talked about it during the pre-race. Very surprising to see him down there in 10th in points with only one win this season last year. Unusual.
Yeah, he's trying to make up for some of that lost ground. 10th in the points with one win. It's not been a very Trevor Walker-esque season, but there's still very much on the line with the chase coming up here in a couple weeks' time, to where he can definitely get back in the fight for the championship.
Yeah, for sure. These two seem starting to break away from third place right now. With a distance between third. Oh, waits up to third now. 64, I believe that is our 93, the yellow check from the 08. I believe that's the 96 or something. 430.
Jimmy West so far with the fastest lap, up into third place at the moment, looking for a career best finish here tonight. Fairly new to the series, hasn't had very many runs under his belt, but looking for a podium already early out of the gate. That number 08 is looking stout.
Yeah, looking stout so far. I'm sure he'd be happy about a third place finish. Maybe even better if he can get these two in front of him. Third, I'm pretty sure he would be happy with that. A few races into his career. Especially against this crop of truck drivers. I mean, very talented field here. Truck series, you can get a third in your few starts that you've had. I mean, that's so with the field. So far, only that one caution. Soon the leaders will be catching this 91 truck. Or, no, not the 91. Couldn't see what number on that yellow truck was. Soon the leaders will be catching that truck here.
So far tonight, the
90,
lap traffic's the only thing kind of keeping these guys on their toes, it seems like.
It messed up. I'm even sure what they got a lap down here. Ooh. But these three broke away from these four trucks broke away from the rest of the field here. The 20, the 21, and the 08. And can't see the number of the other yellow truck back there. I think it's the 96. The 08. It seems like these four broke away from the rest of the field here. Long green flag run here after that first caution flag.
I gotta try changing something here because it is not happy.
Yeah, no problem.
Go ahead and stay in the booth here. I'm gonna go ahead and close Discord real quick and see if it fixes anything.
Alright.
Okay, this is very weird because I closed Discord and it's still open, but I can't find it anywhere. What is going on?
Right there.
Because I still got ya.
Yeah.
And I
Still
closed
here.
Discord, but Discord... That ain't helping any either. Darn it. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't.
I don't know either.
Oh, they are wrecking in the lead.
Trevor Walker. I'm not sure if 8 and 2 will have in here. Right in the blankets, then maybe 4, and there's a battle for second between 4 and not sure who that is.
Well, I think I reset OBS to try and get some resolution here. It finally has stopped throwing the encoding error message at me on my screen.
That's good.
I still don't have any internet for whatever reason. The internet wants to throttle me back here tonight, I guess. And so we're getting right up towards halfway here at Iowa. This truck race has been hard to follow.
Yeah, it has been hard. It's flown by. Only 2 cautions. The leaders took each other. Big started first so far. Catching lap traffic again here. Blank's catching up from the 6 again. Another lap down. Unfortunately, he was caught up in that first accident. So, lap down. New second place truck is I can't see. Working through some wet traffic too. I'm gonna catch the main truck again and put him another lap down. Ooh, my God, stand up against the wall and get into it a little bit. Trying to get out the way. I'm gonna easily get by him and put him another lap down. Battle for a second. And new second place. It's the number 12, I believe. No, 51. That was the 19. That wasn't 15. I mean, that wasn't second. 15 second. And the car's up there. These 4 trucks have broke away from the rest of the field.
Well, at the moment, Brian DeBlanc is driving away with this one as we're past halfway now. 86 laps left to go.
For a truck breakaway here. Catching lap traffic again. They're coming up on another truck here pretty soon. bunch of Trevor Walker after that accident. He was about to go a lap down.
Well, we got Trevor Vaden all the way up to 6th already since the restart, so using those fresh tires to his advantage, he's climbing through the field.
Yeah, he is, and Trevor Walker's about to get a lap, unfortunately. Yeah, that was a very just weird accident. What happened was they caught up on the lap track. So.
We got Chris Harvey moving up through the field as well, up to 8th there.
Yeah, truck looking good, 10 to 8. Just consistency with our top 10s. I mean, we did get that one win, but we've been consistent with 10s this season. It comes to Vaden trying to make a run on the 19. Can't quite get under him. Go 19, just went up the track a little bit. But at least, and here comes Trevor to the inside. And you can wait this path here. Gonna bring Jacob with them. And Chris Harvey as well. The door is open for the 19. See what that door goes.
Oh,
for
wow.
Now.
Lead has swapped
Trevor,
hands.
new leader swapped to 51 now. The lap traffic must have been hard. Reason why they swapped. If they have lap traffic, then Trevor Walker is all happened down. Unfortunately. But yeah, lap traffic must have played a part with the lead change there. 51 now out front, followed by the 15. 94. Run, we can go back to 4.
Trevor Walker's in luck that he's got to win this season. So even though he's going to have a bad race here tonight, that win still keeps him locked in to the chase.
Yeah, for sure, but it's just not a Trevor Walker thing, though, to see a lap down support. You can say that every day, especially last season. He had a phenomenal season. This season is just not his season so far as wins go. He's only got one so far. But like you said, that win does lock him in pretty much. So that's good. Not front. '51 leads over the 15. Got a 4-truck breakaway from the rest of the field here. Catching up to another lap truck here. That's the. Not sure what number that is. It's the 88, I believe. 85, 88. Yeah, I believe that was 88. Battle for 8 here. 15 gonna make a run to the inside. 15, 19, 15. That is 15. 15 gonna make a run to the inside for the lead here. They navigate this lap truck.
So currently Noah Hobson is winless on the season, and he'd be looking to get his first win here tonight. A win, and you're in.
94 to second, and the 85 gonna go to third as the 51 that's stuck behind the lap truck.
So as of right now, fortunately in the Western Truck Division, there's no driver outside the top 10 with a win at the moment. That could change if we get someone here tonight outside the top 10 in a win. But where things get kind of interesting here is we've already got 8 different winners on the season. No, 7. 7 different winners on the season. So points positions are going to become increasingly harder to hold on to if you're not a winner here on the season.
Yeah, for sure.
As it sits right now, Paul Ladino's 7th in the points with 0 wins. He would be the highest in the points, guaranteed a spot as long as he can hold that 7th position. Santi Messi is 8th with 0 wins. Tasha Wright is 9th with 0 wins. So those 3 are in right now based on their points. And we got another caution here tonight.
I was just gonna say, I thought I saw the yellow lights on. I'm sure. Caution number 3 is out. I believe it had something to do with this 91 truck again. Maybe. Not sure actually.
Oh. Oh
Not
no.
sure. Oh, there was the caution.
That involved
Okay.
the 12 of Chris Harvey, the 64 of Jacob Shangle. Billy Lovejoy connected with
Ooh. Yeah. Really
Tabarini.
Lovejoy connected with. Yeah. Lap
Wow,
traffic that we're
wow, wow,
navigating
wow, wow.
for Chris Harvey. I mean, our season was going good until then. Just wrong place, wrong time. Hard hit to the inside wall there. He had the 2 good into the back of the 7. Shot the 7 into the 12. So just hard into the wrong place, wrong time. They were navigating, I believe, lap traffic. Yeah, unfortunate. Well, I believe they were navigating lap traffic, or lap traffic was ahead. I believe that blue truck was a lap down in front of the 64, I believe. Yeah, just one place, long time for the 12. Hard hit. 64 also hard hit. Ooh, near miss for the M&M's truck there. Close miss for that one. The 64 came back up the track. The M&M's truck barely got by. Side. There.
Wow,
Hard
yeah.
hit. 38. Ooh, 38. Barely got by on the outside there. But unfortunate, that is the third caution of the day. First one for those guys. Good thing for Chris Harvey is he does have that one win. Just like the Trevor Walker situation. So, unfortunate. Just wrong place, wrong time with that. Trevor Walker will get his lap back. But get some wave arounds under this caution here. Leader is Brian the Blank. During that caution, Brian the Blank somehow got to the lead. I believe the 15 was the leader before the caution.
Looks like
He was.
some drivers were able to maintain their spot during the wreck there. That's not usual.
Not at all. But if I'm right, I think the 15 was the leader before that caution, but somehow the 85 didn't get the lead. Maybe Forrest in second, followed by the 15 in third. And Trevor Vaden is up to fourth. Yeah, Trevor Vaden is up to fourth. After wrecking his teammate for the lead earlier, he's up to fourth in that point. To get ready for this restart. Pit truck is off. Green flag is out and we're back on the way. But Ryan the Blank leading over the 94, they drag racing to turn 1. The Blank will take the lead here, followed by the 15 as he scoots under the 94, followed by the 50 on the inside. Get some momentum here. Good restart for the inside line. Blank will take the lead at the line again. 15 will follow through here and take over second. Got that 03 truck up there behind the 94. They're still on a lead lap on that 03 truck. Here comes the 2. Then it's 20. Here comes the 19.
Man,
players in front of it here.
Even on a bad day for Trevor Vaden, he's still trying to get back to the front and maintain as many points as he can here tonight. Your current points leader.
Yeah. Obviously didn't suffer too much damage in that first. His team.
He was able to lead most laps here. And that may go by the wayside if Brian DeBlanc continues to lead. As you can see, Trevor Vaden with 57 laps led here tonight. Brian DeBlanc at 30 at the moment. With over 60 laps still to go, he could surpass Trevor Vaden. But Vaden looks like he might be trying to run the leader back down and get some more lead laps to his name.
The truck's not too badly damaged after that wreck early. It looks like the crew did a good job repairing it.
So in a way,
players at the
these drivers are already kind of doing playoff racing, trying to get their feeding in the chase, getting all the points they can get. You know, every race will matter. This one, if you get a win here tonight, is going to be worth points in the chase that'll help separate you from the others. So I think what we're seeing here tonight is a lot of drivers kind of testing the waters, trying to get a little bit of an edge on the rest of the competition. And it's definitely,
for sure.
It's definitely showing us some different faces up front here.
Yeah, for sure. You get some names up front you normally don't see up front. The 03, for instance. Somebody you don't usually see up front. Not often, anyways. Got the 2 coming back to the front. Got some names up here that are fast, which you don't usually see up front on a weekly basis. All these drivers know you just gotta get that win and you're in. And we're coming to the end of the season here, so the pressure's on for the ones that don't have a win. Okay, comes Trevor Vaden to the inside of that 03 truck, trying to take another position play. We will right now. 03 truck past and he'll take somebody past and he'll take another by the way Trevor Vaden and go back to the front.
Well, with just 55 laps left to go, Trevor Vaden has worked his way from 24th all the way up to 5th, trying to hunt down the leader to get back where he once was here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And what a win that would be if you could do that. I mean, wreck your boss, your owner, and win the race. That would be a story. If he can pull it off. Count him out. Oh, we're on the caution again. 4th caution, I believe. I believe this is caution number 4. Let's see what happened here.
Correct. Caution number 4 we're under here. And we'll keep an eye out for some smoke. Ooh, Santi Messi, who's in the mix. He's trying to get into the chase, and he gets spun here by the 22 of Cat Durham. On
right in front of the
wow.
09, so just go by though. He was like, I bet he was in his seat saying, "Oh no, please don't break in front of the 09 truck." He was right there, witness of that.
He had it saved. At first, he had it saved.
Overcorrected, it looked like. Yeah, 22 just got down and made a little contact. He did have it saved that first, and 22 just finished him off. Fortunately, but good thing is he didn't hit nothing. Kept it off the wall by the truck, so that's a good thing. But unfortunate.
Definitely a safe break there.
Surprised to see the 09 truck that far, but at one point he was up at the front. But surprised to see him down toward like the back, middle of the store. At one point he was at the front of the 09, so I was shocked, but he felt like deep to like the middle of the back there. Got some more wave arounds here under this caution. We're at lap 123 of 175. It's gonna be an interesting restart though, because you got Trevor Vaden up there. I mean, on this restart, so let's see what he can do on this restart.
Yeah, Trevor Vaden with a good restart here. 50 laps or so to go. It'll be interesting to see what he's got for the fight for the front of the field.
Yeah, for sure. If anyone's happy with this caution, I'm sure it's probably him. Had a chance here, double him up here. See what he can do on this restart. We're getting down to the end of this race here, so the gloves are about to come off. I mean, if they're not already, I mean, 4 cautions are already. Yeah. But it's gonna just get more intense here as the laps going down here. My surprise truck today would have to be the 03, because like I said, you don't usually see that truck up front. They're up there at the end of this race. Interesting to see who wins this, or if anybody could at the front of the field here. A bunch of names you normally don't see up front a lot. It's going to be interesting 50 laps here. Lights are off on the pace truck. We're about to get this restart. Pace truck's gonna dive the pit road here. See how that was up. Gonna be right in the blank. The control truck on the inside of the 15 pace truck is off. And coming to the restart zone.
Man, that's crazy. We've got Volkswagen, we've got Honda, we've got Chevy, we've got Dodge, and we've got Toyota represented in the top 5.
Then we're back on the way. Yeah, we got every manufacturer here in the top 5. The battle of the manufacturers at the front of the field here. You got to mix up every single one here. Green flag is out, we're back. And Brian DeBlank shoots back out to the lead before we're going to try to follow him through. If we're going to go for the lead here, I'm going to think about it. We're going to tuck back behind the 85. I'm going to clear for second, and here comes Trevor Vaden, sliding himself up into third. And he's going to try to get second as well.
Billy Lovejoy up into the top 5. That white number 2 making some moves. He is under attack now by the 48, it looks like. And he gets passed by the 48.
Ooh. And the 09 of Matthew Fast Knox comes in and tucks her right. He's stuck on the outside. Everybody's going to try to scoot by him on the inside. Meanwhile, Trevor Vaden cleared himself to third. He's on the charge to the front again. Kudos to that number 20 crew fixing that truck up nice and good after that wreck earlier. Still pretty fast. He's trying to get second here off the 94. And shout out to the 48. He's been up front a lot today too. And here comes the 09 at the best in the back as well. He's gonna go under the 48 here and try to take away for it. And Tasha Wright, she's up here on the mix as well as we get to the end of this race. The cream, as they say, starts to rise to the top. Maybe left one down. Here comes Vaden to the inside. He's gonna bring Matthew Fastnot with him. He's trying to get second place. He's gonna clear into second here. It looks like not yet. No, he will. For a second, Trevor Vaden back to second. Brings for through with the third. Here comes that 48, and here comes the 08 as well. He led a couple of laps. Give me West. He led a couple of laps earlier. He's coming back to the front.
Man, all the fast trucks are really getting to the front of the field now. Is Trevor Vaden, Matthew Fastnot, Jimmy West. These are all three trucks that had been up front earlier.
Yeah, for sure. It's getting to that point of the race where the cream is rising from the top. They say, hey, the laps are winding down, and the trucks that were up front early in our race are starting to rise back to. What a turnaround for that team. Took a wreck with his boss earlier. Creed did a good job fixing the truck, it looks like, and here he is trying to get the lead back. Hello again.
Howdy, howdy.
Finally. So hopefully this one goes better. No lags, hopefully.
Yeah, my internet's still crapped out, it looks like. So we'll get what we got, unfortunately.
Yeah. Unfortunately, hopefully it's better. So hope for the best. It's gonna be an exciting race on. Correct. We have not had a race before, have we?
We did last year. We ran the ARCA series was the only one that actually ran a race here. So this will be the first ever Bridge to Cup race at the venue.
All right, I see. That's cool. Should be an interesting, fun, exciting race. That was peaking the points. I see Carlos is on top of the points here in the
So obviously the gimmick here in the Bridge to Cup series is that head-to-head matchups that we have been focusing on here in August as part of what we call August Aggro here in the Bridge to Cup series. And tonight we already know 6 drivers that are locked into the championship finale that first week in September. Those included in the championship finale are your 2 drivers here on the front row, Alan Malcolm and Alex Crowther, along with Cooper Dwight and Carson Bowers, your current points leader, followed by Jimmy Logano and Rich Roy. All of those drivers are guaranteed to be fighting for a championship here in the Bridge to Cup Series. And of those names I listed there, what do you think, Chris? Who do you think has the best chance at taking home the championship this year?
Honestly, I'm not even sure. It could be anybody. If I had to choose one, probably be Caruso, maybe.
So yeah, we're going to see tonight who else may join or who else may get eliminated. We do have a couple drivers eliminated from the head-to-head matchups already, including Krista Cower, Andrew Moger, and a few other drivers that are on the cusp of, if they lose here tonight, they will be knocked out of that championship finale. So
No pressure, right?
yeah, no pressure. So the starting lineup as it is, you got here, we'll skim through it real quick. Most of your head-to-head matchups starting in the front there. As you can see, the racetrack is green here on Mars. Very unique track that we've got here today. Finley Herwig needs to beat Eli the Wolf. So Eli currently running ahead of him in qualifying right there. So midfield, Finley's got a ways to come from the back there. 200 laps. This one is going to be a barn burner of a race here tonight. Andrew Moger. Moger in the 74 there, second row back. He's already eliminated from championship contention, but that doesn't mean he can't go out there and play spoiler tonight, looking to try and get another race win to end the season with a high note.
Yeah, for sure. He's just out there trying to collect the wins now. Pace car about to pull off here. We're about to get started on Mars here in this green, unique track. Almost looks like a super speedway. Pace car is off and into the restart zone, and green flag is out, and we are racing on Mars. And the 19 jumps out to the early lead. Yep, we already got it right. Already got an accident.
Whoa, we got another wreck. Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, this might be we might have some extended replays here tonight. There's a lot of drivers that are on the line here tonight that need finishes, and if they're already wrecked out, that's going to be a tough order to fulfill. So we're under caution for the first time here tonight.
At lap 1, 2 separate incidents. First car I saw hit the wall was the 28. That was the first incident that I seen. Then the second incident right here, but the first one was the 28 that I saw hit the wall. With a whole entire separate incident. 3 wide here, 4 wide almost. Here. And the 28 here, and the purple car on the outside got the 28. Setting off that first incident. The 5 there. And then the second incident here. Started ahead there. Almost 3 separate incidents. I think it actually was 3 separate incidents. Because you got chaotic first lap.
Well, as I mentioned, Eli and Finley are in the mix for the head-to-head matchup here today. This could be championship finishing chaos here on the first lap. As you see all the cars slipping and sliding in front of Finley Herwig here. Fortunately, nowhere else for him to go. He collects the 45 with a pretty nasty hit there.
Yeah, unfortunate. Nowhere to. What a chaotic first lap. A lot happened on the first lap. We didn't even complete the whole first lap, and a lot happened.
So that all started with the 16 of Wyatt Wilkinson. Getting into a teammate there. That's his teammate, Jack Davis, as it collects Luis Rodriguez, Cooper Dwight.
Craziness. Crazy first lap and a half. Like I said, I don't even think we actually completed the whole first lap. We had 3 separate accidents.
Jonah Burridge needs to beat Alan Malcolm here today, stay alive in that head-to-head matchup.
And first wreck started with the 28, and then the next wreck happened, and with another 3 separate incidents here. Took out a bunch of cars here on this first lap, chaotic first lap. First here, chaotic start.
Now we're gonna go ahead and jump to the lead. Live timing and see who is out of the race now.
Is the 21, 23, or 21 the leader here.
Ryan Little will be the leader here for the restart. But out of the race, we've got the 55 of Jason So, who's not in title contention. The 45 of Skylar Taylor, she is not. The 5 of Cannon Gage is not. The 41 of Cooper Dwight, he is locked in to the championship finale, so he can rest easy with a bad finish here today. Luis Rodriguez, though, he needed to get back into it here tonight, and if I'm looking, he needed to beat Jimmy Logano. Unfortunately, that is not going to happen. Luis Rodriguez is going to end up with a 2-2 head-to-head record, meaning he's not eliminated, but the next race on the schedule when we go to Lakewood is going to be a must-win scenario for Luis Rodriguez. And then in front of him, you have the 07 of Jonah Burridge. Burridge had the tough feat of beating Alan Malcolm here tonight. He ain't going to beat Alan Malcolm. And with this race here tonight, Jonah Burridge is officially eliminated from championship contention here in Bridge to Cup.
That's unfortunate, and I didn't even have a chance. It just all got away from him on lap 1, fortunately.
So Finley, they tore off the front nose on that car, and they're going to hope that chaos and carnage continue to unfold here tonight. Finley fighting for his life to try and stay alive in this Bridge to Cup championship battle. And with a little bit of luck, maybe he could beat the 8 of Eli the Wolf. Eli's got a clean car, and I don't foresee that 8 having, any trouble staying in front of the 68 unless he gets tangled up in a caution here today.
Yeah. I want to put that past. I don't want to jinx anybody, but what a chaotic way to start this race. I don't think we've seen this caution. Let's hope we can get some clean green flag racing in here, though. Lights are off on the pace car. Little leads up to 6. Single file restart, I believe. Looks like it's going to be a single file restart. Oh, never mind. There's double line up here. Okay. I thought we were going to have a single file restart, but never mind. We're double line up here. Pace lights are off. Pace car is going to pull in, and we're going to get the restart here with Ryan Little leading 6. Pace car going to take that hard left-hand turn here to the pits. There he goes. Still gets to the restart zone here. Ryan Little will bring him down after this restart, the 6 is going to get the jump. I guess out. We're back on the way, and the 6 is going to jump to the lead here, but Ryan Little try to take that lead back. We're at 3 wide. Wait, hold on there. Hang on there. 6 is going to go down to the bottom. Solidly take that lead.
This track,
back there, wide.
Just like Daytona, is going to be a wild card race here tonight, you know? Thinking about Daytona and all the lucky winners that have come out of racing there. Tonight on Mars, these cars are flying around the racetrack at blistering speeds, up to about 240 miles an hour. This is probably the most dangerous racetrack that we go to in Sigma, and these drivers are laying it out on the line here tonight. Someone is going to come out victorious, hoisting the trophy tonight, while some folks may end up a little bit beaten, battered, and bruised from getting in wrecks at this very dangerously fast track.
You had a moment there for the lead there. Ryan Little there, they were 3 wide. He's falling back. Like they're starting to try to single file themselves out a little bit.
Just like that, Tim Courting to the lead. Fastest lap, too.
That was a wild restart, though. They were 3 wide. They almost wrecked for the lead. They got wild there for a moment.
So for Tim Courting, his head-to-head matchup is going to be up against Ryan Little. We just saw Ryan Little restart the race from the lead. He's dropped backwards. So Tim Courting, all he needs is one more head-to-head win, and he'll be locked in to the championship finale this September. While Ryan Little has a 1-2 head-to-head matchup, a loss here tonight would eliminate him from the title.
It's all right what you said earlier, though. These cars are flying around this racetrack. Yeah, they're flying. Weird.
Eli the Wolf holding on to 21st. It seems like maybe playing the safety card a little bit. Doesn't want to get up in the traffic and wind up in a wreck when his competition, Finley Herwig, is still out there running under pace. Under slower pace, that is.
Yeah. But these guys are flying around here, making moves 3 wide, 4 wide, even at some points. Wow, it's wild out here on Mars. The leader, though, is Courting. He's in the best spot right now. Enjoying this lead for now. Looks like they're starting the single file out here at the front, at least. Tim Courting trying to make it 2 for 2 for his team. We just saw Tasha Wright winning the truck. Iowa. Can he get a win here? Still a long way to go. Now, do you know if we have any pit stops in this race? Any required pit stops, that is?
Matthew Hubert running down Tim Courting here tonight.
He's closing in. This front field all single file, and I know they strung themselves out single file here at the front at least. They're clicking up laps here. Top of the field, all single file here. They're catching a lap car here. Ooh. They cleared the lap car. Okay, here, battle for the lead. Oh, Courting battle for the year. They got by that lap car and that opened up the battle for the lead in the 19th. I believe come out with the lead. There he is. Into the lead.
So
19 would take the lead.
Since everything's so high stakes here tonight, Sigma officials are not going to black flag or disqualify slow cars. And that means we are going to let them run it out here. It's you know, it's just a matter of they have a title that they're on the line. We do not want to stand in the way of eliminating them from a title here. We need to let the race play out, and maybe, just maybe, the likes here of Finley Herwig could get lucky and catch a break here tonight with his head-to-head matchup still out there running. Possibly getting in an accident too. They could be racing at the back of the field with slow cars, duking it out for that that head-to-head win here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. That was a close call though. As they got by that lap car though at the front. Close call, but the 19 escapes with the lead out of all that. Back kid, you got the 8 trying to get to the front. Trying to get his number 8 car to the front here. They're single file back here too a little bit.
Trevor Vaden needs to beat the 41 of Cooper Dwight here tonight. So, Trevor Vaden with a 1-2 head-to-head record will leave here tonight with a 2-2 head-to-head record because Cooper Dwight wrecked out. So, Cooper, well, obviously Cooper's locked in, but Trevor Vaden is going to be in a must-win scenario next race at Lakewood as well with, you know, championship on the line, chance to fight for it at least. We've got Alex Sanvital here, who is barely on the outside. He's got a 1-2 record. He's going to have to beat the 12 of Carson Bowers. And so at the moment, he's beaten the 12 of Carson Bowers, who is a few spots back there. We could have nearly as many as 12 drivers eligible for the championship finale at Michigan this year, which would be a wild championship battle.
For sure.
Kind of like the way that NASCAR does their Final 4. We might have a Final 10, which would just be insane.
Yeah, for sure. 18 here trying to make a pass on the 40 of Trevor Vaden. Not able to do it.
Now they're going to get Jimmy Logano put a lap down here.
Sketchy getting by these lap cars, but yeah, they do it. See if everybody can get by okay here. So far, so good. At the front, you got Tom Corden still up there in the 50. 19, I believe, is still the leader. There were 22 left in 2039. 2039 left across the line. A lot on the line for these guys with the head-to-head matchups in this race. A lot on the line. And this race here. Pretty wide there. Got Durham here in the 35, trying to get by Taylor Vaden in the 40. Trevor Vaden, I said Taylor Vaden. Excuse me, Trevor Vaden in the 40. Got Durham trying to get around the 35. 25 laps in, looks like everybody's starting to string themselves out single file after that first crazy lap. Looks like it's starting to settle down here, and we're starting to get some green flag laps.
Well, now they're putting Finley a lap down here.
There's Finley a lap down. 19 is still the leader. Who's sketchy as they try to get by the lap cars, but so far so good. Everybody seems to be able to make it by okay.
That's crazy that we had the big one on lap 1, and things have kind of settled in here for a nice, good, cozy green flag run. I don't want to jinx that, obviously, but things looking good so far. Finley just trying to survive now and hoping for a little bit of luck, maybe.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but I was just saying that it seems like after the craziness start that we had to this race, string themselves out. So in here, we're getting a nice green flag run here. 26 laps complete. Coming up on 27. Now, do you know if we have any required pit stops in this race?
I'm willing to wager that we're going to see at least 3, maybe 4 pit stops. Probably a good, Sigma rules will be pretty much setting it up like stages here today. So if green flag pit stops happen, we will throw the caution once everyone has pitted. That way it gives everyone a chance to get bunched back up. Pretty new rule for this year, so it's been working pretty well.
That's good. We'll see if we have any green flag stops and see if that rule comes into play here tonight. That would shake things up though if it does. 28 laps in the books here. The 19, I believe, is still the leader.
Here we have the 8 of Eli the Wolf and the 68. Those are your head-to-head matchups. But Finley a lap down now, getting passed by the 8. Finley doesn't take matters into his own hands there, even though he probably could have. It'd be frowned upon. Sigma officials may not appreciate that, but Finley's running his own race right now.
Yeah, he's just trying to survive out here. He's trying to get points if he can. 19 leads.
I'm impressed here with Alan Malcolm, looking to maybe potentially be a surprise fight for the championship. This 19 car ended up winning the championship last year with Bradley Ream. And so all of a sudden they signed Alan Malcolm to drive the 19, and he's doing just as well as Bradley Ream did in the 19 car last year. Could history repeat itself? Could we possibly see the 19 car take the championship 2 years in a row?
Very possible. But the rest of this field will have something to say about that. Possible.
81 of Matthew Hubert still searching for his first career win here in the Bridge to Cup Series, and he's right on the tail of that 19.
Yeah, he's going to go for the lead here soon, it looks like. He's trying to nudge to the inside.
And he's in an Al Bunch Incorporated Dodge Challenger, that number 81, No Fear ride. And yeah, it's definitely been a season of downs for this 81 team, but they're hoping to maybe end with a high note here.
Got that 7 creeping in the back there. And the 84, they're trying to get their dogs into the fight here for the lead. And 50 is Tom Corden back there, watching him get back to the front.
So Tim Cording needs to beat the 21 of Ryan Little. Your head-to-head matchups, it's nice when we actually have that, head-to-head matchup running right alongside each other. Ryan Little knows what he has to do, and he's going to have to get by that 50 car. And Tim Cording, on the other hand, knows exactly what he must do. He needs to keep that 21 behind him. And so the battle brewing between the two of them. A lot of racing still to go here tonight. We're just short of a quarter of the way through the race. Or actually not a quarter, a fifth of the way through the race. And these two, they're connected at the hips.
Yeah, they're trying to work their way through this. Ooh, here goes 21. He's like, okay, I'm gonna try to pass you now. Right, little to the inside.
Side by side with what could be a big move of the race, those two duking it out for championship implications.
50 holds them off for him. Ryan, what they get past here, maybe. No, 21 hangs on. There's some cars behind 21 that want to get around them.
Man, it's crazy how fast these engines are zinging around the track here. You can hear them. They're revved to the max.
Yeah, going 200 plus miles per hour. Crazy. Catching lap in the 17 again here. But yeah, they're going like Daytona speed around this track. It is a super speedway, so I guess. After all, but yeah, crazy how they're zipping around here.
Oh no, Alan Malcolm loses the lead here. He got stuck up possibly behind some lap traffic. That gives the lead on over to Matthew Hubert here tonight.
And 84 with them in second, 7 in third. There. Yeah, it's the lead. I think you're right there. He got caught behind lap traffic. They wouldn't have seen him, but 81 took advantage of that. Top 3 here, single file. And the 50 trying to add his name to this battle for the lead. He's trying to catch up to these guys. I'll lurk him back there. Catching up to some more lap traffic 28 again, and Jimmy Logano. Try to put him on the lap down. He was involved in that first accident. And nope, I thought we had caution. Nope. They get around the here. A second to 7. Try to make a pass. 84 is not going to be able to do it. Here comes the 50. It's Tom Corden back into this mix. And 40, that's our rating right behind us. We are 40 laps into this 200 lap race. Single file at the front.
Well, we are 40 laps in, 160 laps to go here. It really is about it's only a 2-mile super speedway, unlike Daytona that's 2.5. So 200 laps here today is 400 miles the distance. It's a pretty lengthy run here tonight, but these drivers knew exactly what they signed up for here, as we are 1/5 of the way through tonight's event. Originally, this was slated to be the championship finale, but some bigger brains at the Sigma headquarters decided that they didn't want to decide a championship at a super speedway like this. While on the flip side, what they opted to switch for still is technically a super speedway. Michigan will be at least a better driver's track versus a luck-based race like here it is tonight. So I think that was probably the best move they could have made, getting us the best possible championship venue. Michigan should be an exciting race, and we should definitely be able to crown a champion worthy for 2025.
I agree, Jacob, with that, and I applaud the Sigma officials for making that schedule change there at the last minute there. And I agree, Michigan should be better. And I agree with not wanting to end the champion on the super speedway because that's that wouldn't be fair to decide a champion that way on a luck-based race style track. So kudos to the Sigma officials.
Especially after today where we had a wreck on lap 1 where it really would have totally taken them all out on, mile marker 1 of the race, which is never a good thing. You want to have them fight for it all the way to the final 400th mile.
For sure. 81 still leading here, 7 and second trying to catch up. It's still single file at the front here.
'84 of Crowther not really fighting for much here today as he's already locked into the championship finale. His head-to-head matchup is Rich Roy with the 3-0 head-to-head matchup. He, too, is locked into that championship finale. It's kind of interesting how our head-to-head matchups lined up this week. We have pretty much 2 non-factors. The bottom of the list, you have Krista Cower versus Andrew Moger, both with an 0-3 record.
Oh!
Eliminated.
Ooh.
And then
scary.
At the top are 2 drivers that are already locked into the finale. So Jack Davis is not doing anyone any favors here. That car is slower than even the rest of our lap traffic.
Yeah, scary. Like the 81 there. Ooh, that was almost an accident. He got by 17, yeah, way off the pace of 17. Like a rolling chicane here, but everybody gets by okay, but that was a close one with the leader there for a moment there. Oh, so close. I thought they were gonna wreck.
Well, Tim Cording is still beating Ryan Little by a couple spots here.
Yep. Ryan Little working back there though.
Oh, and here we
Good
got
battle for the lead here.
68's getting lapped again.
Yeah, his lap cars is gonna be scary. I mean, but like you said, you want to make it fair, so we're not gonna black flag anybody here tonight. But ooh, it's gonna be scary. As they get by these lap cars each lap. But so far, so good. Close calls, but so far.
Alrighty, we're officially halfway through tonight's race here at Mars Super Speedway. And I think the frame rate's finally picking up. I went ahead and did some tweaking, figuring out where I could make it work again. And by golly, I've got 4 green bars, which I have not had all night. So hopefully...
Hallelujah.
Yeah, hallelujah is right.
Some exciting racing to go. At the front, 84 I think is the leader now. I'm not sure who the leader is. Lots of exciting racing. They're all single file here. I'm not sure who the leader is right now. I believe it's the 84, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure who's leader right now, but lots of exciting for this lead though is back and forth single file clean racing. There, those couple of wrecks we've had. Playing single file racing. Catching some of the cars here though. So we are officially, like you said, halfway through this race. Catching the 68 again, put him another lap down. Careful.
So for those of you that may have missed the first half of the race, it's been a pretty crazy one tonight. We've had quite a few big wrecks. The big one happened on lap 1, which actually slowed down the pace for a lot of these drivers. And so now that we've gotten past halfway, there's a few folks still trying to hang on for dear life, hoping for a little bit of luck here. But we already know a couple drivers that are eliminated from the championship finale in a couple weeks' time. Krista Cower, unfortunately, is not going to be a participant for the championship, nor is Andrew Moger, Jonah Burridge, or Alex Sanvital. Based on how things are going right now, Tim Cording needs to beat the 21 of Ryan Little.
Right now, he is actually the 84 leader. What happened to the 21? He was up there leading at one point.
And Ryan Little got dropped back to 12th here, so. And Rich Roy, he's locked into the championship finale. He didn't really have to worry about tonight. But the big ones definitely is Eli the Wolf here in the number 8. All he's got to do is survive here and finish in front of Finley Herwig, who's still rolling around with damage.
Yeah, unfortunately, Finley got caught up in the lap 1 incident. It was like 3 incidents into one. It was like 3 separate incidents on lap. Unfortunately, they're still hanging. Hope, wish bad luck, but they're just trying to hope they can survive and maybe get the 8 car. Maybe finish ahead of the 8 car somehow with some luck. But doesn't look like that's gonna happen. But anything can still happen. But he's just hanging on, just trying to run back there. Hope for the best. Leader right now is the 84. We are just past halfway and cruising along here. Settled out here in the field after all the chaos on the wrecks and the blood engines. Early on, it was like we settled into a rhythm here of some green flag runs here. The 84 leads in, 24 and right back up here in second. But the fifth all settled down though after the chaotic start. Green flag start. Don't want to jinx it, but some exciting race in the front with lead change after lead change after lead change. The front with 84 in the lead over Tim Gordon. It's like, okay, I'm pissed off again. 84. Some more green flag pit stops here. Tim Gordon will take the lead as we cycle through another set of green flag pit stops. And 11 laps into this race. Tim Gordon leads as we're cycling through some green flag pit stops here. See if we can get through these green flag pit stops without a caution this time.
Yeah, this is definitely that danger zone that I keep talking about. Whenever you get into a green flag session of pit stops, everyone coming off pit road often causes trouble.
That's what happened last time on the first cycle, the green flag pit stop. Hopefully we can get a clean cycle this time. Hopefully everybody blends into the racetrack nicely. We can get a green flag cycle if it stops this time. Line 8 here, gonna blend it back into the racetrack. There's the 84 that just went by. He was the first car to pit hard. They blended. Okay. Looks like we may be okay here. Looks like slippery stops here. 13 gonna try to make a move on the 8 here. And he's gonna get to the inside of the 8. 12 ahead of them. 6. Your leader is still at 50. Don't think he pitted yet. I believe he didn't. He's still staying out. Okay. 50's running this longest, looks like. Running this a little bit longer. He has not hit pit road yet. 50 looks like he's trying to stretch it just a little bit. There's Tom Gordon. See if he comes this time around. And he's gonna. I hope he's gonna still stay out. Okay, stretching here to 50. Stretching it a little bit here to 50. Let's see what lap he decides to come in on. The 84 is back there. He was the first car to pit road. He's catching up. How long will the 50 stay out? Will it come this time? Nope. Still staying up. This could be a strategy where he's probably just staying out hoping for a caution. Don't see anything happening.
Oh shoot, okay, yeah, we actually did. Everyone's got caught back up here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, not sure if the 50 pitted yet. He might have, don't think he did. I haven't seen him come to pit, or maybe he did and missed it, but I don't think he did.
I'm thinking we did,
I know
because
the 84 was
they're tight.
Maybe he did.
They're really close up to the top there, so it's pretty much like they ran a full green flag session there.
I think I must have missed the 50 pit, and I know the 84 was the first one that came. But okay, I mean, I could be wrong. 50 probably did pit, but I didn't see him come. Okay, so we are 117 laps after 200, and the 50 of Tom Gordon is leading. He might have pitted. He might be right. I just didn't see him come. So I saw the 84 was the first one up. Yeah, he did. All right. I must have missed that somehow. But I know the 84 was first to come in. Must have missed that somehow. Caution is. Oh, maybe? I know that was previously, I think, or do we have caution?
Now went ahead and threw the competition caution there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. All right. Let's get confused there for me. All right, yeah, you're right. You're good. All right, so, yeah, the 50 did pit. I must have missed that somehow. Well, I saw the 84 coming first, but I must have missed that, so the 50 did pit. So, Tom Gordon is currently leading and winning his head-to-head battle right now. But it is an 11. After that, so the pit stops were at lap 118 of 200, so. I apologize. 50 did fit, like I said, I don't know what that, but I did. So the 84 coming first, but I must have missed the 50 fitting. But alright, so field is set. The 50 is beating his head-to-head matchup currently now. He's leading in first with the 21-11-30 in order to get set for this restart. At lap number 119. Across the line. Cars trying to catch up to the back of the pack, the way brown cars. So Tom Gordon leads over the 98, 84 in third, 81 in fourth. As it gets it for this restart. Field doubles up. See if the 98 takes the lead. Oh, 98, so what's happening here?
Well, that is a weird restart, okay. But it happened.
Yeah. Yeah, sure did. That was weird. Green's out, I guess. We're on our way. I was about to say before that chaotic restart happened, I was about to say let's see if the 98 can get the jump on the restarts and stuff. So it seemed to be always getting the jump on the restarts, but we didn't have to see that because we had a bizarre restart. 50 will hang on to it. Here comes the 21. Ryan Little for second. He knows the car he's going to beat is the leader, 50. He's going to get 50's pitting. What is going on? Tom Courtney coming down pit road in the 50 and the 21. Ryan Little is the leader. What is going on? 21 lead. Not sure why the 50 pitted there, but that shakes things up. 21 is the leader. Okay.
Well, there's some black flags being thrown for that illegal start. They said they passed the pace car before it could.
Oh, careful.
Yep, another penalty, another black flag. A couple drivers having to serve a pass through.
Yeah, so that shakes things up. Wondering why that 50 was pitting again, but that made it alright. So wow, that shakes things up here. So Ryan Little is leading. These guys served the black flags for jumping the restart. A bizarre restart at that, but we're all good now. It's when Ryan Little knows what he's gonna do. He's leading. Fortunately, the guy he has to beat in head-to-head was the one of the black flaggies. So Ryan Little leads over the 84. And Eli the Wolf lurking back there in third. So, unfortunate for Tom Gordon. He's now one lap down. He was the leader, but unfortunately, Sigma almost had NASCAR. Fortunately, Sigma officially deemed that they jumped restart, so he got a black flag. So, unfortunate for Tom Gordon. First, just had everything go. We had that wacky start, we had that wacky restart there. This race just has everything going for it, right? It's definitely an entertaining, exciting race, that's for sure. It's got everything a fan wants, right? Engine failure, wacky restarts, drama. As the 84 gets the pass for it again here, and here comes Eli for second. And here comes the 7. His name there, Ryan Little. Let's let it try to take that spot over. We are closing in almost toward the end of the race here. Lap 124 and 200. Slowly laps are ticking. Eli in second. Ryan Little falling backwards on the outside. 7 will get third. Eli looking for the lead. Laps are winding down very fast. Soon it will be toward the end of this race. The 8's been up front all day. The 84's been up front all day. The 7's been up front all day. So a lot of these guys that are at the front right now have been pretty much up front most of the night.
Eli the Wolf is doing what he must. His head-to-head matchup with Finley Herwig is still very much up for debate here. As long as he stays alive, keeps out of trouble, doesn't get in a wreck.
Keeps the fenders on it.
Yeah.
Because he keeps the fenders on the 8 car, he'll be fine. He's in the perfect spot right now in second, but getting challenged during the race. Straightens themselves out single file at the front. Yeah, the 8's been up front most of the night. The 7, 84's been up front most of the night. So seeing some names at the front that been pretty much up front for the majority of this race. Catching the lap car, Jimmy Logano again. Unfortunately, his race came to an end. So Shardin. They're just trying to make it to the finish. He goes another lap down. Here comes the 7 making a move. Again, trying to get by Eli for second. He's led it quite a few laps as well in this race already today. In his car. Making moves, try to get second back, and he will. 7 car back for second. Opening the door up as the 66. Can make a run underneath the 8. 66 has also led quite a few laps here. 35's up there, and one little still up there, and the team's still up there. He led a few laps, I believe, early in the race. And seeing here, he led a few laps from the start. There still. 7 to the lead. He's going to run to 84. 7 back to the lead. Here comes Eli. Trying to make a move to second. He's going to get second. Here comes the 66. He's going to try to get third with 35 pushing him. Little to the inside back there, trying to get back to the front. There goes Ryan Little to the inside, tried to, but he was able to get to the inside of the 35. He's trying to be able to hear down one. Will make it 3 wide. Back here. And he'll try to get the third in the 21. Sure. He will get it back up to third.
So everyone's going to have to make at least one more pit stop here tonight, and that would get them to the finish. So they want to try to get to about lap 154. After 154, if they make a pit stop, they should be good to go all the way to the finish.
Here comes Eli for the lead.
Eli takes over the position. Now it's 3 wide for second.
Ryan Little caught in the middle, the 21. Eli will escape with the lead as that happens. Eli to the lead is at 3 wide for second. Was 2 with the 19. Tuck it behind 35 though. So Eli is solidly in the lead. And pulling away a little bit here. Ryan's gonna get caught on the outside here. No, holding his own though, but 19 jumped up to the outside. He's gonna get third. So a close sitter than 19. He's got a couple of laps there at least. Up to third. 7 is fourth now. They seem to fly out top 4. Ryan Little still caught on the outside. 66 making a beat. Here comes the 51. That'd be 30 wide again here. 81 lurking back there trying to get back to the front. 30 wide with the 51. So Ryan still caught on the outside here. So backwards 84 trying to make his move back to the front. 38 there as well. 6, 13. And 29 I believe. So they're all getting by Ryan Little. Time they're going to be able to get to the bottom here. He dropped like a rock there. Leader is Eli getting pressure from the 35. Single file at the front now here. Eli leading some laps here for the first time tonight. He knows what he's got to do. He's just got to beat the 68. Oh. Up the track he goes, and here comes 35. Speaking of the 68 there, catching the 68 right now to put him another lap down.
And so Cat Durham
35.
takes the lead here. We have not seen this 35 lead very many laps this year. They're trying to turn around their season and at least have something to hang their hat on at the end of the year.
Just go by the 68 again. Just charting along.
That'll put Finley 4 laps down here tonight. So he's going to have 4 laps disadvantage on the 8.
He's just trying to survive and wish bad luck on everybody. But he's just trying to survive and just hope that maybe he can somehow end up ahead of the 8. Maybe the 8 gets into an accident or something. That's all the 68's hoping for right now. Not to wish bad blood on anybody, but that's all the 68's probably hoping for right now, is that he gets caught up in an accident or something. That's the only way that he's going to beat this head-to-head matchup. Where he's just still just charting out there in the 68, just trying to make it to the finish after the unfortunate events that happen on Weapon.
We've already seen
back here, though.
Mechanical failures here tonight, so that's always a possibility, too.
Yeah, that too, yeah. I think it's possible that's what the 68 is, just hoping for something to happen to the 8 and wishing bad blood on anybody, but that's all he's hoping for if he wants to win this head matchup right now, unfortunately. That's the only way that he could, but yeah, the 8 slid back, and the leader is now the 7, as he got around the 35. Back to the leader. 7 led quite a few laps here, and back to the lead. 66 is up there. He's led quite a few laps as well, and on the pole sitter, 19 led a few laps as well. So a lot of shuffling going on at the front of the field here. But stay in green here. Stay in green here so far, but a lot of shuffling at the front of this field. Lots of different leaders in this race, throughout this race, a lot of different comers and goers, as they say. Super speedway, that's what happens. A lot of shuffling and movement to the front of the field. Lots of different faces at the front. Coming and going, like Ryan Little led a couple of laps now. He's got mired back there a little bit, shuffled back there a little bit. But it won't be long before Ryan Little gets back to the front, I don't think.
The other contenders that got penalized for that bad restart. Tim Cording is 16th, 1 lap down. And
yeah, unfortunate heartbreak for him.
Carson Bowers is 15th, 1 lap down.
98 got a DQ. I believe he was the one that got black flag too, wasn't he? The 98? Not sure, but it said he got a DQ. I believe he was one of those black flaggers on restart. I'm not sure. 17 here. Here comes the 7. They get around the 17. Correct me if I'm wrong, but was the 98 part of that black flag situation there on that restart?
Yeah, so Krista Coward did not adhere to the black flag. When you get a black flag thrown, you have to serve the penalty within a certain amount of laps.
Oh, watch out, Jimmy Logano.
And so
that's what happened. So she got DQ. Unfortunate.
Yep.
Unfortunate. I was wondering why she got DQ. That's unfortunate. She wasn't right for that restart, but that's unfortunate. Didn't go by to Sigma's black flag, and there's the consequences. DQ, unfortunate. 7 is the leader. 66 is back in second, but a few laps here tonight as well. So they cycle through the lap car, the 17 there, that 3 wide back there. The 8 to the inside, 3 wide with the 19 and the 35 in the next triangle. Did I say? Take long for him to get to the front. There he is. So that 3 wide, I think he would be back up there, and he's been up there pretty much most of the night as well. There in the pulse, 17 is still up here as well. Freem is rising to the top with all these cars up front that pretty much been front most of them. They're sticking up here. They're just coming to the front and they're sliding to the.
I'm excited for our ARCA race tomorrow night, which could go one of 4 different ways, maybe even 5. Ryan White in with the points lead over Jonah Burridge, but Santi Messi and Finlay Herwig are still very much within reach for that championship.
Yep, for sure. So we're at Texas for that one. That's going to be an exciting race.
I was able to tweak the track and get it so we have 43 stalls available. That means there's going to be 43 cars starting. Unlike most tracks in the game where you only have 42 slots, I'm going to try to go through and at least add a pit stall to every track that I can for next year. That way we've got 43 starting AI, race cars, and instead of 42 plus me, it'll be 43 plus me.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. That'll be cool to see. There'll be a nice little change to have in the series going forward. So look forward to that. Looking forward to Texas and see how that goes. Meanwhile, the 7 is the leader here. I believe, if I'm right, yeah, 7 is the leader. 8 cars coming back to the front, and Ryan Little back there coming back to the front. Well, green and green still single file up, just trading the lead back and forth. A lot of names going up to the leaderboard, a lot of names coming forward, going to the middle of the pack, and come back forward again. It's just Russian, it's like back and forth. Lots of lead changes, exciting for fans, exciting for me up here, exciting for you as well. I mean, we had that carnage on lap 1, but it's some engine failures and some wrecks, but we had a couple of pit stops, and right now we're a single file and green. Some exciting green flag racing here. Long green flag racing here. The 8 cars trying to get back to second and chase the leader back down. Laps are winding down. And one more pit stop like you mentioned earlier, so we'll see how that goes. See what strategies are played out on this final pit stop coming pretty soon, I believe. Here comes the 66 under the 8 to try to take third away. Ryan Little back there as well. By virtue of that penalty to the 50 of Tom, 21 knows what he's going to do. He's going to just beat the 50, but unfortunately he's going to do that. If nothing happens to him, he's going to do that without any problem. So the 50 is a lap down. Unless something miraculous happens and the 50 gets back on the lead lap.
Lead
21
change.
should be okay. Lead change, yeah. Change up front again. It's the 36. I believe, yeah, 36. Here comes the 8. Back, try to get second. 66 is there as well with the 21 on Little again.
That's the 74 that took the lead.
74, my bad. Looks like a 36. Couldn't really see the number there from where I'm at, but yep, 74 up front. 56 trying to make the move back to second. 74 has been up front a lot in this race as well. Hasn't led, I believe this is the first lap they led in this race, but they've been up there at the front, coming on the lap car again. The 17 wins number. They're gonna get by okay, it looks like. Ooh, whoa, close. Whoa. Okay, as I said that was close. Said they were gonna get by okay, but 51 in the wall. 51 in the wall. I was just saying. I think I jinxed it there. I said everybody gonna make it by okay on 51 in the wall. 21 got a close call there too, but 51 in the 7. 51 in the 7. I think I might have jinxed that one. I said everybody making it by okay, but 21 had a close call, but then the 51 pinches the 7 here. And he tries to get by and hard hit. 51, I believe, is done. I saw black smoke there, but everything will be done. Unfortunate for Zach. Having a good run, too. 7 was, too. Having a good run. Just, 51. Try to get around the 17. Still on the wall here.
Man, the 8 got lucky again. Eli the Wolf could have been tangled up in that, but he saved himself.
I'm sure if the 51 hit anybody, or if he just tried to go around the 17. Let's see. Did he make contact? Oh, got a good look there. Sure if the 51 made contact with anybody before going up into the 7.
Man, it looked like the 7 drove into him.
Yeah, maybe that's what I couldn't really see from that. I didn't know what that. I was trying to see like if maybe the 7 came down or if the 51 came up. I'm not sure. Let's see. Maybe we can tell from this camera. So maybe we can see right here. Perfect. Maybe we can see from this camera. Oh yeah. 7 got into the back of the 51. Yeah, unfortunately, both those cars with some damage, both out of the race, I believe, or with hefty. That 7 led a lot of unfortunate situations where trying to get by a lap car, and I believe what happened there was I believe the 51 checked up because he was behind the 17. 7 didn't know it, or it was just abrupt, and the 7 got to the back of 50. Unfortunately, took out both of us cars. But interesting here now, though, is do you pit or do you not? You can make your last pit stop here. Looks like we are getting pit stops here. Looks like they might have had some pit stops here under this caution. 66 is the leader. Maybe we didn't have a pit stop after this caution, but maybe I'm wrong. I think we had pit stops under this caution, or did we? I'm not sure, but 66 is the leader. Oh, I believe the wave around the 50 car will get his lap back. So let's see if he can get back into the fight in the 50 and maybe try to win his head-to-head matchup then with the shot that he's back on the lap. Let's see how much ground he can make up, but laps left, so I don't think he's going to be able to get back to the run in the 50, but we'll see. If the 50 can get back to the front, but there's not many laps left, but we'll see what he can do. Green, white, checkered, I believe. There's the replay again on that, right? Yeah, it looks like I said, it looks like 51 just checked up on the 17. 7 didn't know where to go to the back of the 50.
And both of them are retired from the race now.
Fortunately, both of them out of the race. That's fortunate because they were both up front all day, pretty much. 7 led a lot of laps too, so that's unfortunate. They're both out of the race. Just one of those situations, unfortunately, on super speedways when you come from wet cars. Like I said, it looked like he got behind the 17, the 51. He checked up, and the 7 just got into the back of him. Fortunately, it took out both good cars. But gonna have an exciting finish here. I believe a green white checkered or close to a green white checkered here.
Oh no, we got 40 laps to go still. So
getting excited here, getting too ahead of myself here. But no, we're still gonna have an exciting race so far. Unfortunately, those 2 cars got tempered up under the race. 2 good cars, fortunately. So I stand corrected. No, I was getting ahead of myself. So we'll see. Now that the 50 though is back on his lap, he get up to the front and maybe try to win his head-to-head. But he just got back on a lead lap. See what he can do from the back. Pace lights should go off here. We'll see if they do. But yeah, an exciting race, but craziness just happened. Pace lights are off. So we will get the restart here. The double up 66 is the leader. He's led a good chunk of this race as well. Speaking of leading laps, who has the most laps led so far in this race? By chance.
so far, the laps led leader of them all tonight is Spin'em Walker, the number 7, who got in that wreck.
Unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
And he's retired and looks like he's going to finish about 17th here tonight. So that's a tough break for the guy that led the most laps.
Very unfortunate. Had a good car. It's just like one of those situations. Super speedway racing. You just never know what can happen. And like I said, it looked like the 51 just got behind the 17 and checked up, and the 7 just couldn't react quick enough and got into the back of the 51. Fortunately, it took them both out. Doubling up here. Looks like we're gonna get a clean restart this time. That double up. We'll get a legit restart this time. Like 66 will lead over the 13 again, man. You said it earlier. He's 36 in points. He's last in points. And look at the 13. He's still up here. That's just crazy. That's just super speedway, man. That's just what happened. Anything can happen as they get into the restart zone.
Yeah, we could definitely have our own Harrison Burton moment here tonight with someone.
13 will take the lead that outside lane. Got the lead on every restart, I've noticed. But yeah, 13, here comes the Eli with 3 wide. Trying to get back out there. But yeah, we could have Harrison Burton in here tonight. Yeah, the 13's been up front pretty much all day. So had a couple of laps and he's leading currently. 21, I think, bounced off the ball there. I'm not sure. It looked like he did. If he didn't, he was close.
Oh, they're going to go 4 wide. 4 wide for position there. That's problematic. And they're going to take each other out. No way.
And I believe just got caught up in that. I believe they were pitting to the 13 was and 8's the leader. That hurt.
All
I believe
the
they
things.
were in them little pit in.
Eli gets lucky yet again.
Yeah, wow. Again, I believe they were pitting. The 13 looked like he was pitting at the moment. He was down there looking like he was, but yeah, unfortunate. The 19, the pole sitter for 21, yeah, they were just about to pit. The 13 and the 66. And the 19, the pole sitter, and the 21 was when. Wow, 52 escaped that. Got back on the lead lap and escaped that, and he sees the guy he's racing for the head-to-head battle get caught up in this wreck. He is under there, clears it. Mirror. I apologize. 21 did not get caught up on the wreck. I thought he did. I take that back. The 81 got caught up on the wreck with the 19, the pole sitter. I saw it right car, and I thought it was a 21. I take that back. It could have been a 21 though, and he was in the mix of possibly getting caught up in it. I thought he did because I saw it from this angle. I thought he got caught up in it, but no. He barely, almost got caught up in it. Take that back. It didn't. So the 8 and the 21 dodged the bullet there. The 8 dodged the bullet there. The 21 did too. At full speed, at first glance, I thought he did get caught up in it. They barely did though. He missed it. So the 8 and the 21 both got lucky. But tough break for the pole sitter and the team. Everybody else that got caught up in the 35, I believe. Also, Zach Gibb caught up in an unfortunate. But the 8, you said it, dodged another one. And they apologize again for the 21. I thought he got caught up in that wreck, but Kim also dodged that one. The 50 is now in second. Look at that. Got back on the lead lap. And he's now up here in second and now ahead of his head-to-head. Who I thought got caught up in the wreck, but he dodged it. He almost got caught up in the wreck. Him and 8 dodged.
Wow. So we got some more retirements. The 81 of Matthew Huber is now knocked out. The 35 of Kat Durham is knocked out. 74 of Moger. The 19 of Malcolm. The 7 of Spinham Walker. And the 51 all knocked out of the race here today.
And all those guys led great laps in this race. 74, the pole sitter of a 19, the 81, the 35, even had some.
Heck, the 51 is Zach Magoon too.
Yep, yeah, 51 as well. Wow, just everybody who's led, like you said earlier, it don't matter if you're at the back, the middle, or the front super speedways. I mean, blink of an eye, you can. Wrecks can happen anywhere on a super speedway. Front, back, middle, it doesn't matter. It's about survival. Fortunately, a lot of the guys that led a lot of these laps tonight just play for them. Caught up in wrecks. Pace lights are off on the pace car. We're running out of race cars here.
Damn.
As well.
We're down to 10 cars left on the lead lap. there's only
Run out of
3
cars.
cars left outside the top 10 that are laps down. So 13 cars left running here tonight, and we still have 36 laps to run.
Let's hope we can keep
I
some cars in the park.
I would not be surprised if everyone wrecked out and say Jimmy Logano won this race.
That would be crazy.
Jimmy Logano or even Finley Herwig could still win this race if everyone just keeps wrecking.
I mean, at 68, caught up on lap 1X, and he's still out here, and he's survived. Ever since that first wreck, him and Jimmy Logano was surviving. Pace lights are off, we're doubled, not a lot of cars left. Hopefully we can have a clean one to the finish here. And have an exciting finish. The 21's still in it, the 8 is still in it. 50 on the outside. The outside has got the best jump on these restarts lately. Pace car is off. They get to the restart zone. The green flag is out, and we're back on our way. Dead even this time. But I jumped it too soon. Green flag is out. Yep, dead even this time. Though the outside didn't get a quick jump like it did last time. Wait. 50 leads it and slide down there. And block the 8. And Tim Corden from lap down to the lead.
They are not learning from their mistakes here tonight. They're trying to go 3 wide again already, and it's it's just not a good idea to get 3 wide here at this super speedway where anything could happen.
Yeah, right about that, but maybe with less cars it would be a little less hectic, but still hectic nonetheless. We have from a lap down back to the lead though for Tom Corden. How about that? Lap down to the lead. The 8 car sliding back to the back of this line here on this restart. Going backwards. And that 13's still in it. And they made a pit stop. The 13 and the 56 made a pit stop as that wreck was happening. They're still in it. Here comes the 21. They get 4 wide.
And they're wrecking again.
Oh, yep.
By golly, we are not done wrecking, folks.
Nope. That squeeze play there. 6 in the 38. Oh. Squeeze play there and 4 wide. The 21 right and little down on the bottom. Made it 4 wide. And the 66 squeezes the 6. It looks like into the 38. Hard hits.
Those
hard hits here.
2 cars are destroyed.
It's a hard hits here tonight here at Mars Super Speed. Oh, is it the moon?
Yeah, on the
gravity?
moon.
I don't know.
You know,
Is it the moon gravity?
Yeah.
Something. Chaos. They're gonna happen on lap 1. Like, what is going on?
We are fixing to have the lowest amount of cars left running at a race in Sigma history ever.
It's crazy.
We've never had this few cars. Usually super speedways are kind of chaotic and unpredictable, but this has taken it to a different level here tonight.
Yeah, you're right. And it started on lap 1. It's crazy. It started on lap 1 where disaster struck, and we had a lot of green flag runs. Don't get me wrong. We've had a lot of green flag runs in this race. We've had a lot of hard hits and chaotic stuff happening. Engine failures, bad restarts, DQ, black flags. I mean, we've had everything in this race.
Well,
literally. And a guy who's last in points up in the front of the field.
Finley is about to get back on the lead lap next time. If we get another caution, he'll get waved around to the lead lap.
Like I said, this race has everything. We had a wreck on lap 1. We had Finley going multiple laps down. Now we got Finley about to be back on the lead lap. We got not a lot of cars in this race. We got engine failure, black flag. You just got everything. This race, you name it, as a race fan, you got it in this race. Like, everything's happened in this race, just everything. We still don't know what's going to happen in the end of this race. It's just unpredictable. Like, this race is going to end. It's chaotic is the word for this race going to happen on lap 1. This race just had everything. Then yeah, like you said, wrecking. I mean, who knows how many cars are going to have at the end? Could Finley win this race? I mean, he possibly could. He's on a, like, this is just crazy chaotic is the name of this race gonna happen on lap one. Just I don't know what it is. Is it the moon like I said? Is it because or is it gravity? Like what but whatever it is, I mean, hope you're all excited, entertained, because this race is unpredictable. Super Speedway is always unpredictable, like you said, but this is like going beyond the extreme of unpredictable.
Well, the lights are off on the pace car, and we'll be able to get back going with 29 laps left to go here. Tim Cording is going to lead them to the restart, and then you got Anheuser Wagner on his kind of last journey with this team. We don't know if we'll see him next year. He may or may not be back with the team. Ryan Little trying to put a bid in to stay with this team for quite a while, fighting for a championship. He's still got to get by the 50 though here tonight to secure his head-to-head win. Carson Bowers, Noah Hobson, Eli the Wolf, Alex Crowther, Rich Roy, Roach, Finley Herwig, Jimmy Logano, and Jack Davis. That is all of the cars left running. We only have 12.
Yeah, right. Back out there, Roach just got caught up in that accident, but a lot of damage. Still out there chugging along. He was one of those cars involved in this accident. Still out there, but yeah, wow. Double him up here.
Even though we only have 12 cars left, I don't know if we'll even have 5 cars left by the end of this one.
Well, let's hope we do. Let's hope we can get through these last 20 laps. Sorry, excited to finish, but wow, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think anybody does. It's been unpredictable. Like we said before, like Super Speedways are always unpredictable, but this is the extreme unpredictable. Like I don't even know what's going to happen at the end, but pace car is up. We're about to find out. As they get to the restart zone, 29 laps to go. 66 is the leader, and again gets the jump. The outside lane's got the jump every restart. We're on our way.
The aggression factor is definitely kicked up here, and I don't know if it's necessary. I mean, at this point, they might as well just kind of cruise around and finish the race, but they just keep on trying overly hard here, fighting for something that may not necessarily be there. I mean, you're going to end up in the wall. That's pretty much the end of the day there. So not a great game plan for these drivers as they keep tearing up vehicles.
I agree, but now that we're down to the cars, let's see if we can finish these last 20. So let's start here without Major X. Without Major X here, the 13. Last in points, third on the race chart. 30. 38. Eli makes it past there. So Little going to the back. On this restart. He can regroup and try to get back to the front. The laps wind down here. 13, I'm surprised with him, like, as you are, too. I mean, he's the last in points, like you said, and he's been up front all day. Kept his car clean. For the most part, kept his car clean all day, actually, in 13. Up there. 68 coming to pit road. Or coming to pit road. But yeah, 13's been up front all day, kept his car clean. I mean, it's the last in points, but he's got a shot to win this race. As well as anybody else that's remaining racetrack here. Is the 8. We'll wind it down lap. Leader is the 66 and the 50. What a comeback start for the 50 as well. That is lap. Wasn't second. Got DQ'd on one of the restarts earlier. Well, not DQ'd. Excuse me. Got black flags on the restarts earlier. He's back on good lap in second. What a comeback start. Yeah. But 66 leads. He's led a pretty good chunk of this race as well. A lot. 66. See if he can get the win. Maybe that 13. Like, people last in points. Pull the Harrison Burton. Let him come to the lane. Get a win. Been up front all day. Clean car. Didn't stand the trouble at 13 so far.
Well, here comes the 13 and the 8. That's going to give them both a spot on the racetrack here.
second, and 8 for third. 8 once more. Laps on winding down here. Can the 13 catch the 66 and get his, I believe, first win? He is last on point. He's going to say about this. Going to make him loop. Try to get a second. And try to get himself a win, which would be their first win as a team. One of their cars are already out of the race on the 80. But well for Albon, his team with the 8 slides up in second, trying to get that team their first career win this season. Jumps up to second here. The left continues to tick off here. One little at the back of this one. Working like 13 as well. Let's lap the wind down here. You're gonna get to the inside of the 13 here. Turn 1, maybe if 50. Try to make it 3 wide. Thought about it. Right. Not gonna make it 3 wide. He's gonna just stay behind the 17. He's gonna make it 3 wide now. 50. He's gonna try to make it 3 wide now. Settle it back to double wide here. Here comes the 29. 84 gonna get passed by the 50 and 23rd. And they clear the 84, both of them. Here comes the 12. Not gets his nose underneath the 84. Not quite. 84 blocks him up to 8 up front, trying to run down the 66 here. '21's Ryan Little trying to get under the 12 back there.
Whoops.
Here comes the 8. Lap traffic. Can he get by the 66 for the lead here? They can navigate this lap traffic all cleanly.
Wow, they did, but it looked dicey. That gives the 8 an opportunity.
Yep, here comes Eli Wolf trying to get Winch's team their first career win this season in the Racecars Cup Series, and he's going to take the lead here. Coming off turn 4, yes, he is to the lead. Eli Wolf back to the lead, followed by Tom Corden. His name, where would he come from? Never seen him like up front all race long, I don't think. And here at the end of this race, here is the 23rd. And Little putting his up to the. Yeah, I don't think I've seen him this long. Here he is, up in 3rd. I don't think I've called his number all day today. Here he is in 3rd.
18 laps left to go here tonight.
18 to go, and you got Eli leading, trying to get Al Winch's team their first win this season. Shocking to say that. Al Winch's team first win this season. You think of that team, you think like wins. So kind of shocking that they haven't won yet, but this could be the day for them. Possibly as Eli leads. Tim Corton's gonna have a say in this though. 3 wide back there. Little. He knows the car he's gonna chase is right in front of him in the 50. Well, back there, 613. Again, takes it back here. Laps up, winding down. 17, I believe, to go and takes it back here. 21 clears. He knows the car he's gonna beat for the head-to-head is right in front of him. With the 50. Laps continue to tick off. Got a 3 cars breakaway here in the front. That's right. Little tries to catch the car he's going to beat for the head-to-head matchup. Meanwhile, Tom's trying to get the lead. Laps tick. Laps tick away here. A lot of storylines in this race, though. You got the 21 trying to beat the 50 for the head-to-head. You had the 50 get black flag earlier, overcome it. The lap going to beat them in second. You got the 8 car dodged a bunch of wrecks. Leading, trying to get a bunch of his team their first win this season. Just a lot of storylines. Sorry. As laps tick up. 50. Here comes the 21 catching up to the. The car is going to pass it.
Tim is right there getting onto the back bumper of Eli the Wolf. This could be a change in the lead here soon if those two get side by side. Lap traffic is a little bit further ahead there too, so
if I seen that, yeah, Jimmy Logano on 68. If they could catch these guys, well, they're gonna catch these guys. We'll see what happens when they navigate this lap traffic. That could play a factor who wins this race toward the end here. But so winding down, if they catch the lap traffic, which they might. Not sure if they will or not, but if they do, that will shake things up. So, yeah, they're definitely going to catch the lap traffic. So yeah, that will shake things up here.
They're about 6 seconds back, you can see there.
Yeah, they're definitely going to catch the lap traffic, I believe. So we'll see how.
So it'll be about 3 more laps. It's going to be down to about 10 laps to go when they catch them.
Yeah, that's going to shake things up, and we'll see how they navigate through that lap traffic. That could be who wins this race is who gets through that lap traffic. But right now it's Eli leading over Tom. Man, Little has caught the 51. He knows that's the car he's going to beat for the head-to-head matchup. Right on the bumper of Concord.
And you got the
make a pass.
12 up to the front now too. So 4-dog fight, maybe even a 5-dog fight.
Well, up there. He was involved in a wreck earlier, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. The 12, the area was. He was sideways at one point. He's up there, I believe. The 13 still up there. 21 trying to make the pass on the 50, and that's the car he's going to beat for his head-to-head matchup. Well, that's going on, though. The 8 is trying to drive away. Well, the 21 fights the 50 here. The 8 is trying to get the lead. The 8's looking in his mirror. That's what he wants to see. He wants to see the 21 get to the inside of the 50 and race side by side. Then he can extend his lead. If that does happen. But here's the lap traffic that we're talking about. 17, first one. Here comes the 8 to the inside, 3 clear. They're going to catch me as well, clear. Okay, first 3 are clear through the traffic. 13, ooh. 17, and park it right in front of the 13. Unfortunately. Here comes the 8, 2. Jimmy Logano, can the 8 get by him cleanly? He does. 50 does, 21 does. And 68, they get by clear. All 3 get by the 68 clear as well. Unfortunately, a 13 got held up by the 17 back there. Unfortunately. Got a 3-car battle for the win here. Fortunately, the 13 got held up by the 17, and so did these guys back there, unfortunately. Got a 3-car battle here, but another lap car to 6. They get by him alright. He's gonna go out the way, and they should be able to get by him okay. So the 8 by, the 50 by, 21 by. We got a 3-car battle for the win. 50 got his nose on the inside there, but couldn't quite get all the way onto the 8. Bad time.
8 laps to go now.
8 to go. Can the 8-car win for Albon and get their first career win this season? Or will the 50 get the win? Or will the 21 pass the 50 and win his head-to-head matchup? He knows the car is going to pass it right in front of him. Passing him. Is it catching him is one thing, passing him is get around the 50 and the 8 and possibly win this race, or can he at least get by the 50 and head-to-head matchup? See what happens in 7 more laps.
Yeah, there's a lot of championship moves being made here right now. That 21 is either going to be knocked out if he finishes behind the 50, or it's going to push both of them to a Game 7 moment next week where they need to win their next head-to-head matchup. And who knows if maybe the matchup shake up and end up being them head-to-head again next week at Lakewood. We'll definitely have to wait and see, but things definitely not sitting comfortable for these two The only one that could be sitting comfortable after tonight is if the 50 finishes right where he's at right now, because that means he'll be locked into a championship battle in September. But the 21 wants to try and nullify that and keep his Cinderella story rolling.
So winding down here, we'll see if he can do it. What the 21 needs is he needs to see the 50 and the 8 get side by side. If that happens, then he'll have a chance. And he still got a chance, but he'll have more of a chance if the 2 up front get side by side. We'll have to take off here. 21's there, but he just needs these guys to get side by side to give him a better chance to maybe pass both of them. See what happens here. We'll have to wind down. Eli still leads over Tom with him right there. Just waiting for, like I said, possibly them to get side by side in front of him. And then maybe he can pass them both. Take off here. Good for Eli so far. But yeah, don't count out any of these 3 cars here. It's a 3-horse battle for the win here. With that championship implication mix as well between the 50 and the 21. So yeah, let's see what happens here in these final laps.
Oh, here we go. There's a move for the position. Head-to-head matchup right there.
Inside of the 50, and he should get it through turn 1 here. Don't correct. Almost made contact.
That is a huge move being made right here in the closing laps.
21 will clear for a second. Can he put a gap now between the 50 and try to catch the 8 here? Or can the 50 overtake and do like a crossover? As he's trying to.
Ooh, he's going to get back alongside the 21. It is going to be a drag race.
Try to do the crossover move. Tom says not so fast. So Ryan Little. The crossover moving same pass maybe. Ooh. Crash each other.
There we go. Tim gets back around.
Not turn 4 skid feet into the backstretch pass. Yep, Tim Portman back into that second position as he did the crossover movement. Let's see if Ryan Little has anything left in the last couple of laps to maybe do a crossover move himself.
That just about sinks the win for Eli to get the win here. White flag waves. One more lap to go here.
Final lap for Eli. Lap traffic. Maybe the effector. Ooh. One last shot for Ryan Little. So it's all or nothing here. Can he catch the 50 and pass them? I'm not sure. But yeah, the 8 final turns here, and the 8's going to hang on, it looks like. For his first win for Albunch's team with the final turn. Checker flag is in the air, and if the 8 car will win. Wow, what a race.
And
50 will get second.
Just like that, Ryan Little is eliminated from championship. Also eliminated tonight is Finley Herwig as Eli the Wolf keeps his run going. But, yes, so we've got a couple more. Tim Courting is locked in to the championship finale now. He joins a big group already, starting to grow and keep growing. Tim Courting is your 7th driver qualified into the championship finale.
But all I gotta say is this race was chaotic from lap 1. The 21 year, he may got eliminated, but don't hold your head down. He was up front all day. He gave it his all. You know, at one point he had it. Looked like when Tim was a lap down, it looked like 21 had it, but then chaos broke. 50 got the lead back. Got the lap back, after getting DQ'd on one of the restarts, and then he gets second place. That's like a win for him, because he beat the guy he had to beat for the head-to-head matchup, but without a fight, though, the 21 gave Tom his all, so nothing to be hanging your head down, Mr. Ryan Little, because he gave it a try. But Eli, how about that? Eli wins the first race this season for Al Bunch's team. Never thought I would say that. I thought that team would have already had a win this season, but yeah. But chaotic race, if I had to label this a race in one word, chaotic is what it was, and it happened on lap 1.
So next week it'll be between Luis Rodriguez, Trevor Vaden, and Eli the Wolf. Eli has a 2-2 record. He's going to have to win next week. All three of those drivers are in a must-win for the last race in the head-to-head matchups. We could have potentially, based on it's based on what head-to-head matchups happen next week. We could have as many as 10 drivers in the final 10, or maybe just the final 7 as we know them right now. So.
What a race though! And I started in lap 1. Like I said, if you were to ask me like what would I say about this race on word chaotic that happened on lap 1? Just lots happened in this race. Like it had everything for a race fan. Like it had strategy, wrecks, blown motors, black flag. I mean, in the end, Eli dodged all the wrecks, wins the race. Tom comes back from a black flag from a lap down to finish second. When his head-to-head matchup, Ryan Little, without a fight, ends up third. Unfortunately, eliminated from the championship contention, but without a fight. But this race had everything for a race fan. Had, like I said, wrecks, blown motors, big wrecks, blown motors, black flags.
It definitely
chaotic restarts. A restart that was like chaotic that black flagged a lot of guys because it was wacky. It was crazy chaotic. I would say this race is, if you had to ask me the word, what did I think about this race? Chaotic, all over the place.
It definitely had it all here tonight. Congrats to Eli the Wolf. This is his first ever career win in all of Sigma Racing. And who knows what it could amount to, as the team is looking to try and hunt down a championship now.
There you go. So not just the first win this season for Avalanche's team in Briscoe, but first win ever for Eli the Wolf. And so I talk about that. What a way to get your first career win.
It was a double whammy of firsts tonight. Tasha Wright got her first ever career Sigma win. And Eli the Wolf got his first career Sigma win. So,
how about that?
Yeah.
First.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris, for being along on the call with me on that, giving us a great, great finish to the night with 2 new winners in Sigma Racing.
Anytime. Like I said, anytime. I'm happy to do this. Anytime you want me on. Anytime you're free. Yeah. I mean, I love doing this. Was exciting, 2 exciting races. And that last one, like I said, had everything. If you had to ask me what I thought about that race in one word, chaotic, and having lap 1. And we had 12 cars running at the end there?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, but congratulations, Eli, on your first career win, and what a way to get it. And congratulations on Tasha Wright for her first career win. Made a first.
And thanks, folks, for sticking around with all the technical difficulties and chaos and carnage. And honestly, I don't know what I have to do any differently to get everything to work, but it just seems like it doesn't want to work when it doesn't want to work, and it does want to work when it does want to work. So I just keep throwing darts at a board and try to hit a bullseye, and that's all I can do. So. With that,
yeah, thank you for having me on again. Like I said, anytime here and free to continue doing this with you.
Yes, sir. Yep, we'll go ahead and get wrapped up here. So thank you, everyone. Have a great night. Stay safe out there. And until next time, this is Jakester and Chris signing out.